we know your gimmick. It's over. You might have upset the best team in the world, and you might have sent them down to the loser bracket, but you are not getting any further than this. I don't know what teams play league, but I was going to use TSM as like the American representative, and then like Team 1 as like the Brazilian representative, and G2 as the European, and then be like, oh yeah, Cyclops Gaming just like upset the shit out of TSM. This year's the first time NA has made it into quarters since 2016 just by sheer luck. That's crazy. I guess I don't know what regions play league well. For Siege, it's always NA versus EU. That's always like the back and forth. It's always Korea versus China. Damn. In Siege, the Asian teams come through with some crazy strats, but it never gets them past quarterfinals, ever. For the first time literally ever since like 2017, an Asian team made it into like semis like last year, and that's where their run died. It was very sad. It was cool to see them run all the way up. And even then, the Asian team in question that won a major back in the day was technically an Australian team, because APAC for the longest time in Siege was it was all of Asia and the Pacific coastal countries, like New Zealand, Australia, Asia, and like the MENA region. Does Brazil not normally do well? Does LATAM not normally do well in League? LATAM does good in Siege, but their playstyle is so aggressive that it only gets them to it gets them to semis and finals, but like when you play a best of 1 aggressively, you win. When you play a best of 3 aggressively, you have a chance at winning. When you play a best of 5 aggressively, your opponent finds you out by the 3rd match and it's over. The fact that they made it into the tourney is huge. Okay, so they're typically not good, is what you're saying. It's so weird seeing how like the skill gaps change esport to esport, region to region, because like I said, with a lot of FPSs, it's pretty NA versus EU. But it sounds like with MOBAs, because Smite's the same way, where like with MOBAs, it's a lot of Asian countries find like the good tech. With battle royales, it's a pretty one-sided affair too. I would say like NA does pretty damn good, and like PUBG and Apex Legends, and when Warzone was still getting played. No, I did not, Silver. I did not see it. What's it about? You should link it to me. Did they finally admit that gamers are high IQ individuals? Highest average IQ in gamers are League players? That doesn't surprise me. I would honestly generalize that to any MOBA player, but lowest are FIFA. Sheesh! Oh no! That's crazy. Not the FIFA players in shambles. Oh, my nose, dude, it itches. Where all the FIFA players at? They ain't beating the allegations. 80 is wild, because 100 is like human average, is it not? Like that's like the standard. The bar is set at 100. So the variance is like plus or minus like 5 or something like that in the first standard deviation of humans, and then by the second standard deviation you're doing another 5, and then by the third, like almost no one like 85 is disabled on learning level. Yeah, and 100 is like normal. Like everyone should be at 100 if all is well. Like, you know, like, because obviously IQ means next to nothing. It was a test originally invented by the French to decide if kids were able to go to school. And 100, yeah, 100 was the number set for the world average just because it's easy that way. I took one of those like really chintzy like 50 question IQ tests that don't cost any money. I don't really want to talk about my score because I don't want it to be a measuring contest. But I'm around the league player number. But I don't play League. What's up?
for the salad for my lunches tonight for the filling because I don't think we're gonna have enough.
So what are we eating tonight?
The pasta still, but I what I mean is there's gonna be filling, but it's not gonna be enough for all the pasta meals. Not unless I
Yeah,
use
exactly. Sober.
not unless I use more broccoli and chicken. You get what I'm saying?
I do. Just do what you think is right because I'm confused.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good. I trust your judgment. Yeah, no, like especially since I'm not someone who's paid for like a real test. Like I could care less. I could care less. Essentially giving you a verbatim what this like free cheesy ass one gave me. That's like as parallel as can be if you don't want to spend what is it like 80 USD to take one. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, the online tests are mostly BS. I've never felt the need to take an actual one. And the one time I would have been required to was to join this association right out of high school. And the only reason they didn't make me take a test is because they used my ACT scores, and those were high enough. And then I ended up backing out and not joining this association anyways. So I said, okay, cool. Because they were like, normally members would have to submit an IQ test to join this. Like it was essentially an NHS, if you will. It was really just to get money for school. And I was like, oh, do I have to take a test? And they're like, well, if you have ACT scores within the past 4 years, we can use those instead. And I was like, oh, great, here you go. And they're like, yeah, you qualify. And then I didn't end up going to the college I wanted to go to anyways. So I didn't have any need for it. So wasted my time. But I almost did take one. Specifically because of that, like honor society that would have given me tuition, like for the uni I wanted to go to. I just don't think I don't know. It's not worth my time to take a real one. Whatever your reasons might be, if you're just curious or if you needed to take one, good on you. And I hope your results are what you wanted them to be. It is weird. It was like because essentially the association's not just for college students. It was just that they would offer a scholarship to people who are in it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I wonder, if this would be worth my time because it's $75 or whatever to take this test. And they would essentially give me like a third of my tuition every semester. This might be worth it. And I went through the process and whatnot, and I was approved for it. But then I like I said, I didn't end up going to the college in question. So I just like dropped it altogether because it wasn't offered where I ended up going to college. Super elitist bullshit. That's really what it is in a nutshell. Like when it all boils down to it, it's just elitist bullshit, and I'm kind of glad I didn't pull the trigger on that. I don't know if I would have been able to like. I don't know if I would have been able to like look in the mirror and be like, "Yeah, you're a good person for that." Like, no. But yeah, no, I definitely would have been like, okay, so because like a semester of college is like $5,000 or some shit. They would have given me like half of that, nearly like $2,000. I'd be like, all right, cool. Because I didn't I don't know, I didn't know, like I didn't qualify for any sort of FAFSA or government aid besides like a student loan, and I was trying to avoid student loans because they will like eat your life for like the next 20 years after college. And I was like, you know what? Any dollar possible. Any dollar possible. So I ended up doing my college. I ended up paying for all my college, like out of pocket somehow. It was grueling. Like I remember at the time I was still working my 10-hour a day, 5 days, sometimes 6 days a week job, and like barely having enough time to do homework and like my tests. And it was awful. It was awful. I remember catching mono like the end of the first semester. And I remember like my English teacher being like, "Hey, we haven't seen you in 2 weeks." I'm like, "Yeah, because I have mono." And she's like, "Oh, do you?" I'm like, "Yes, they were supposed to make it apparent to you that I couldn't come to class." She's like, "Oh, I didn't get anything of that. Do you have this stuff done?" And I'm like, "How can I get it done? It's in class. It says in class only." She's like, "Well, yeah, but you have it done." I'm like, "In class only." So no, I don't have it done. I've been sleeping 16 hours a day. She's like, "Well, I'm gonna give you zeros then." I'm like, Can I have an extension?" She's like, "No." And then I was like able to take my final, and I just barely squeaked by that class. Like, I was like, wow. Medical bills, yes, depending on what you're doing. Like, they're all a scam, no doubt, but like, some of them aren't too bad. Like, to get your teeth cleaned, it's pretty cheap, even if you don't have insurance. Yeah, no, she was always kind of like bitchy like that, but like it was just so crazy to me that like your student literally isn't allowed to come to school without possibly getting someone sick, and you're telling him that he can't like submit these assignments and shit. Really? And I was like, I guess I'll see you next semester. And she's like, no, you're gonna finish the class with this grade. And I'm like, yeah, I thought I needed this grade to get the credit. And she's like, no, no, that's not how this one works. And I'm like, whatever. Thank God I don't have to fucking see you next semester. I was so mad. I was so mad. Splash! Raiders! Hello, hello. The games are slowing down. Fish raid! Let me get you a shout out, homie. Koi. How are you doing? Welcome in, Splash and Raiders. How was stream? What were we up to? What was the fish up to? Splash. Splasher. Guys, if you're not following the homie, Splasher, they revive with some Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I would presume shiny hunting. Go click that link, twitch.tv/splasher_. Leave him a follow. It's very free, or I'll take your knees. I don't know how many times I have to threaten you. I mean, promise you guys with this. I would appreciate that so very much. Did a short stream, hunting Shaman and BDSP. Hey, yo, it's a good hunt. I'm almost certain. Well, not anymore because I got a new Switch, but on my last Switch, that's where I stopped my game. Like I like closed. I like when I was done with BDSP, it was like I set up to do the Shaman hunt and then I never did it. I just never played BDSP again. That shows you how long it's been. I got Shinoed. Silver said, of course, it depends on what you do. Here in Germany, you pay a few hundred per semester. Yeah, student loans are crazy. Or just like paying for school in general is crazy. Not tens of thousands. Yeah, literally, it's bad. BSP Shaman took you over 9K. It was brutal. Yeah, I remember like setting it up. I was ready to do it. And then I got sidetracked by like insert whatever game came out at that time. I want to say it was probably something fucking stupid, but I hope it was a good stream though. Nonetheless, thank you for the raid, man. Welcome in. Make yourselves at home. I'm the Dr. Cooter. We do shiny hunting. We do Pokemon challenges. We do some variety on the weekends, such as Guilty Gear, Hades, Hollow Knight, Stardew Valley. We've done some Minecraft before, even. Yes, Minecraft. Can you believe it? No Roblox though, or Fartnut. Nor will we ever stream either of those games. I hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah, I see, Mango. I'll see like Switch hunts like that go to like 10K, and I'm like, yeah, for a single system hunt, I don't care that it's 4096. 10K is brutal. Like the our lovely friend Shiny Huntress, she's at like 25,000 plus for Registeel and Sword and Shield, and I'm like, there ain't no way. I would have gone insane. I would have gone insane. Yo, thank you for the follow. Let me make sure I got you back here. I think I follow you, but if I don't, am I a real friend? I'm not. Oh my god. Here you go. My bad, homie. I thought I was following you. I've seen you around before. The name is very familiar. I know I've seen you in Jansen's and stuff like that. You did 50 encounters when it first released and picked it back up at the end of the last month at 11:11 now. Oh. Godspeed. Godspeed. I appreciate it though. Welcome in. I hope it shines for you. Like, I hope it shines for you quickly, because I mean, it's a hard reset hunt, and we all know how long that can take, especially like, especially when like older Switches are just like dying on people. Like my buddy's Switch sounds like a jet engine. It shouldn't sound like that, but it does. And so like I'm sure like boot times can get altered by like how worn out the Switch is too. Sam, what a handsome man. Got schoolwork to do, but I got working. Got schoolwork to do, but I got working? What do you mean by that? Pikmin, how are you doing, friend? How you doing, handsome? Welcome in. Welcome to the Darumaka starter hunt. Braid with the shiny rolls, not too bad, not too bad. Wheezing. Eldegoss. I'll be lurking rather. I appreciate you. Enjoy your lurk. Hopefully the homework isn't too bad. Oh yeah, that's right. Shaman is Runaways, huh? Wait, is Shaman the only one that is Runaways? A lay around, not too bad, not too shabby. This is a slow ass hunt. We keep doing this to ourselves, man. We did Azelf, which was soft resets. Then we did Dialga and Platinum, which is a little bit longer of a soft reset. And here we are doing starter soft reset. I'm debating if I wanted to keep Legends Zod full odds. We're talking about possibly doing a living dex for Za for like a follow goal, and I was thinking about that same thing too. I'm like, do I do the living dex after I get the charm, or do I start going for it immediately and never get the charm and just keep it at full odds? But like it's a living dex, so like I might charm myself up for that. Obviously, I'll do the playthrough of the game like on stream, but like this first chance I get to get the charm, I might be snagging that because shiny hunting. Now, if I remember correctly, you can't shiny hunt any of the legendaries in that game, right? None of the Lake Trio, none of the like your box legend, nothing like that. Past 4 generations have had 400 native Pokemon. It'll be easier to incrementally get it. Yeah, they're locked. That's what I thought. What do you mean the last 4? Dr. Senior Mr. President Gunnar Esquire, your lordship. Hello, the Goonson man. How are you? Welcome in. Pookie. How you doing tonight? Jansen. How's your day been? How you said your mom came over. How'd that go? Or how is that going? I my brain my memory fails me. Handsome man, Pikmin. That's what I'm saying. All the way. God damn it, John. Be shiny. Be shiny. Can't believe John already found a shiny tonight. What is this bullshit? Oh, God. Hello, Dave. How are you? Welcome in, homie. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, it was so blessed. We were so blessed to have 2 Jansen streams early this week. We got one more yet, dude. It's going to be so nice. It's going to be so nice. She came to read to my daughter at preschool this morning and stuck around to pick her up and the boy up from school. Hell yeah. W mom moment. Let's go. Was the house spotless so that the Queen of France didn't have anything to judge you for? Or whatever yeah, you said your wife compares it to the Queen of France or some shit. Treats her like the Queen of France. Oh man. As if I had a choice in the matter. As if you had I mean, yeah. Now, I'm assuming that like y'all have like a very like like I'm not trying to like dig into family matters by any means, but I'm assuming that like it's very positive grandma grandpa situation, right? Because I know that some parents go into like helicopter grandparent mode when a kid's born, and then they never stop being helicopter grandpa / grandma. They were a wreck when she left though. Holy shit, they love her. Well, that's good. That's cute. I'm sorry they were a wreck for you though, but like that's still cute. I just like I figured I don't know. I'm curious. I don't need to ask. I didn't have to ask, but my brain is like, yes. This is a great question for Jansen. They do pretty good. If anything, they spoil them rotten since they're the only grandkids at the moment. Oh goodness. Yeah, my great grandma would do that for us. I remember like it was like once a week I would get home from school and I'd see her car and I fucking knew. I knew it was McDonald's time, bro. I knew I was getting a 6-piece kids meal. You know what I'm saying? Like we wouldn't go through the drive-thru. My grandma loved to sit there because the manager was someone she babysat when like the manager was younger. And so like it was always awesome because we always got special treatment, and she'd take us to McDonald's, and she'd like she'd just like take us on a little day trip after school like once a week, and it was always so excellent. Came out to the living room to see her and my daughter just chilling on the couch and munching on Skittles. Did they share? Did they share with you, or were you chopped liver? I can only imagine what the absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, you know what? These Skittles are not for you, Dad. Sorry, not sorry. That's funny. I'm sorry. That's funny. uh my great grandma would kind of do that where like she would specifically like buy snacks that catered to everybody's whim, and then like if you ate someone else's snack that she'd buy, she'd like not get mad at you, but she'd be like, I buy these for so and like, so she'd buy these like mini Slim Jims for me and my dad. And I remember like my uncle Matt like went to go take one, and my grandma's like, I buy those for Cooter and Dad Cooter. Like, I'm obviously redacting my dad's name, but I buy those for those two. Get your grubby mitts out of them. and then she would store that situation, right? So the next time she'd go to Sam's Club, she'd buy 2 boxes of the Slim Jims for my dad, myself, and my uncle. So then he would come over, the three of us would all come over again, and he wouldn't take a Slim Jim. And then my great grandma would be like, don't you want a Slim Jim? And he'd be like, you bitched at me last time. What makes you think I changed? And she's like, well, I bought extra to accommodate you. Like, she was always like that. She was such a sweet lady. Super grandma. She'd like reuse Utz pretzel jars and fill them with like the Hershey's Trio chocolates. Walter just lost his first tooth. Walter just lost his first tooth tonight too. What? What? Why are you giving me the dead? Why the poi life support? The dying, isn't that a good thing? Oh, okay. He's getting too old. It's crazy. Sorry, I got. Yeah, never mind. When you think about it that way, was he chill about it? I remember like I didn't mind losing my first tooth, but I distinctly remember my second youngest sister. She thought it was the end of the world. She's like, I don't want it to fall out because like no one told her that like a new one would grow in its place. She was like under the childish because she was a kid. She was on the assumption that like it's not coming back. It was so wiggly it didn't bleed an ounce. That's how my first tooth loss was too. I could like spin that shit in a circle with my tongue. It was nasty. And then eventually like my mom was like, you're gonna choke on that in your sleep. Come here. And she literally like lightly grabbed it and just like boink, and it just like came out of my head. And I was like, holy crap. You did it. You freaking did it. I was so amazed. He touched it with his toothbrush and it went flying. Yeah, pretty much. I remember I lost my first the like when you lose your like 12-year molars or whatever, like your first set of baby like the baby molars. I was eating an apple and like I thought it was vaguely loose, but I couldn't really tell, because I'm not really playing with it. It's in like the side of my mouth, and it would just kind of give me some discomfort. I remember biting into the apple like with the side of my mouth just because I was like testing that tooth, and when I pulled the apple out of my mouth, there was just my fucking molar hanging out in the apple, and I was like, I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew it was ready. Yeah, they were super uncomfortable because like you kind of know they're loose, but you're too afraid to do anything about them. Plus, like, they don't like loosen up like a front tooth at all. They just like they kind of have some wiggle. And eventually it'll just like pop out of your fucking head, right? So I just like took the bite of the apple with the side of my mouth, and when I like I said, I felt like a little like suction cup, almost like a little pull. And I remember like pulling the apple out of my mouth without taking a bite, and like I said, that my molar was just like hanging out in the apple, and I was like, oh, cool. That was pain. The other one sucked though. The other one like gave me absolute hell. Like I knew it was wiggling like the other one, but I couldn't convince it to come out. So I was just like, I'd sit there in like class in like 6th grade, just like poking it, like poking my cheeks, seeing if I can get it to push more and more and more, until finally one day I just said I had enough. I had enough. I was like, this is loose enough. And I remember like just writhing with it like all night while watching Toonami one night. Probably not healthy for me to do that, but it worked out in the end, right? And just like getting that bitch out of my head, dude. I was so fed up with it. Just in agony. It didn't even hurt, like the getting it out of my head didn't hurt. It was all of the pulling on it that I did that hurt like a lot. I was like, this is stupid. And now they're telling me, they're like, oh yeah, your mouth is big enough for your wisdom teeth, which is great. But we're still gonna take them from you. And I'm like, you fucking bastards. I know that I have a big enough mouth to yap all day, but like, come on. They are a bitch to brush, I will be honest. My top ones are completely in line. Like they're in in my head, they're solid, they're straight. They sit well with my other teeth. But it is not fun to get a flosser and my toothbrush all the way back there. I put a lot of things back there, but toothbrush isn't the most comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what? It's weird though, Jansen. You without you telling me that Walter lost his first tooth, the novelty of losing a tooth hadn't crossed my mind in years. That is, I'm getting old. I'm getting fucking old, dude. Oh no. Oh no. And all of my siblings are just old enough or like more than old enough to like they're not losing teeth anymore either. So yeah, I really haven't talked to somebody about losing a tooth in a long time. Holy shit. I loved getting my dollar from the tooth fairy. You know where that dollar went? Towards Pokemon cards almost every time. I was like, oh yeah, another dollar, and I'd go stick that with my other dollars because back in the day, Pokemon cards were like $3.50 a pack or some shit like that, or like $3 a pack. I'm so like sour with young Cooter for never taking care of and saving all of his old Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I had some bangers too. To be fair, one of my binders was sold without my permission a long time ago, but like the other shit that I would have had is like all gone. It's so disappointing. Like I got like a blast from the past. I was talking about this in the server in the Discord. I saw a pack of Heart Gold Soul Silver Triumphant. It was like a set. Had like Magmortar as one of its marquee Pokemon. I saw a pack of Triumphant for like $200 or $300 on Marketplace, and I was like, holy shit. And like the reason why that was so weird to me is because like I remember buying a set with my birthday money of like a box that came with like a jumbo card and like 6 packs of Triumphant. And I'm thinking, I wonder what I pulled from that like back in the day, like when I was like 10 years old that I don't have anymore. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, you're gonna use it. Yep. What am I, just a jar opener? Just a piece of meat? What? Since when? Oh yeah, is that how it's gonna be? My goodness. Gonna hit 1,000 here in just a bit. It's crazy. Yo, Jansen or anyone else that like does OBS recording of their or streaming, I guess, of their shiny hunts. What do you have some of your encoder settings at. Like, I don't drop frames while streaming at all with bitrate, but like my encoder is like, oh my god, I'm working overtime, please let me have a break, and I'm kind of just like letting it suffer. Does anyone have like good tips? It could just be Gen 5 too. This is very much the hardest I've ever pushed my encoder for shiny hunting. Because the pixel fidelity of Gen 5 games is crazy. And if you guys also push your encoders to the limit, great. Then I'm not the only one. I just need to know if there's something I could be mitigating. Also, I'm still surprised. Like, it's the middle of October and these games still think it's summer out. Like, when the hell does it consider it fall in Gen 5? Like, November? I guess this is, like, based off of the general worldwide seasons where, like, here in Wisconsin, fucking fall starts in, like, September and winter starts in November. It's cold as fuck here already, dude. There was, like, layers of ice on the vehicles this morning that we did not account for. Like, we got to work with, like, 3 to 4 minutes to spare because like we had to scrape ice off this morning. Did not think it was coming that fast. 30 degrees when I woke up. I was like, holy shit. Already? Are you serious? If it would have like rained, it would have snowed instead. If it would have condensated, it would have most definitely been snow. Oh shit. Well, I guess we're naming them. Jom. Nope. Fuck. Whatever. We're not naming it, I guess. Yes, we are naming it Jom. Thank you. Come on, baby. Cooter needs a new pair of shiny Daramaka. Damn it. I have no clue what order I'm like encountering it anymore. It's over for me. It's over. Oops. Fuck. Give me this. Steve with our roll. 6535, not too bad. 8129. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's insane. That's a hard one. 4860, not too bad on the Thievel. Diggs, how's your day been, homie? 60-15 on the Greninja. Sheesh. I need to like record all of the shinies we roll and put them on like the about page. Like, this is what we've rolled. I think we've gotten like unknown and something that unknown got. Like lol unknown got. A lot of sleep. That's good. Well, maybe that's good. I hope that's good. I hope that sleep's been treating you well. I tend to feel like trash if I get too much sleep. But I am at a little bit of a sleep deficit right now. Didn't feel 100% when I woke up. Yeah, that's always the concern, right? I'm sorry, Dig. Hopefully it's not too bad. And if you've had to work, hopefully work hasn't been too bad either. Not too much crazy lifting, right? Stomach was rough on you today? Just like didn't want to eat, kind of sucked to eat, or I don't mean to probe, of course, but I do hope you feel better soon, brother. Seems like something is just kind of like going around. Get out of here. Dude, fuck off. It's that same gnat. I can't, like, I need to Lee Temkin buster him. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of Lee, hopefully his day of work wasn't too bad. I'll have to DM him or his server. I still, eating made me feel sick, sadly. Oh. Just like barfy. I'm sorry, Diggs. Hopefully it's gotten better since and like continues to get better. Do you know if like do you know if you've just got like a flu or something, or it's kind of like one of those days? Unfortunately, as much as I'd love to help, I know that there's only so much that little internet me can do for you, so I do apologize. Probably a stomach bug if I had to guess. Yeah. Like I said, I've heard that shit's just been like going around recently, so hopefully a couple days of rest, just kind of relaxing, hanging out, make you feel a little bit better. Some soup, some crackers, things like that, some ginger ale, if you will, Sierra Mist, something lemon lime and bubbly, like seltzer. It sucks because like if I have like a stomach ache, I know a lot of people are just like, yeah, I can just like I'll just bank on Pepto Bismol. Pepto makes me feel like garbage, and it tastes like garbage, and it makes my mouth feel like garbage, and so like I don't really have like the Pepto cure all that some people like put on a pedestal. They're like, Pepto's the best, I promise. Not me, man. Shit's awful. But also I'm not a huge like consumer of bubblegum flavored like items, if you will. 1,000 encounters deep. Look at that. Let's go. 1,000 exactly. Oh. Yeah. I assume you haven't been going, like, you didn't have to go to work then, huh, Dig? You just got to, like, relax. Speaking of not going to work, I gotta figure out what I'm doing. They want to, like, come and replace our AC unit because it's kind of going to shit. And then I want to take little man to the vet to get his ears looked at. I want to do this on Thursday when they do the AC, but we'll see. No work. Okay, that's good. That's good. At least you get some individual time to just kind of relax and decompress. sleep, or yeah, sleep is the best medicine or whatever, or laughter is the best medicine is technically the saying, but it's like rest is really like the best form of medicine you can have. I remember during the H1N1 scare, I got a really high flu, like high fever, like like just ridiculously high for someone that was like 10 years old at the time. Um and I remember like it sucking a lot because we were like on a trip in the middle of nowhere. Like the nearest walk-in ICU hospital or whatever was like almost 2 hours away kind of thing. And like the people I was with, like my family, my company, if you will, was like, we don't know what the hell to do. Like this is dangerously high. But at the same time, like 2 hours in these conditions is also unrealistic as shit. So like they just like I like slept it off. I like slept for like nearly a whole day straight. Like I remember they like laid me down, kept me warm, gave me some water. I fell asleep pretty swiftly. I'm sure they monitored me while I was sleeping, no doubt, but I remember like waking up and I was like, "Oh, what time is it?" And they're like, "You've been asleep for like 28 hours." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, what?" And I'm like, "This didn't concern any of you." They just like kind of let me sleep, you know. It's like that's insane. I don't think I like when I had mono, I wasn't even sleeping like that. Like I was sleeping like 16 hours at a time, but like it wasn't like, oh yeah, a whole day's worth of sleep, because I remember going to bed at like almost noon on the day that I started feeling really ill, and then waking up at like 4 or 5 p.m. Like the smell of dinner woke me up essentially. Ridiculous. I've had a couple like sick run-ins as a kid. Like I got pneumonia when I was like 5, 6 years old. That was awful. Presumably H1N1 when I was like 10. Um done the mono thing. Mono sucks really bad. Guys, don't get mono. Probably got Rona at least once if I had to guess. So I've beat them all. I am indomitable. President Doctor President Doctor Gooner is indomitable. You'll never stop me. What the hell? Hold on, checking a notification. Oh, hold on. Had to had to react to something real quick. Hell yeah. Speaking of, I need to find somewhere that does locals for Guilty Gear. There's like nowhere around here. I'll just see if there's like an FGC presence in my area and see where they all go for tournaments. But I guess I could technically do like TNS on Mondays, but that would require me to like not stream on Mondays, which I'm not gonna do. So unless if I knew I had like a good shot at like playing well. What's everyone up to? How's everyone doing? Oh shit, we just hit Adga. Oops. Alright, I'll ask again in a minute. Not a big deal. Not a huge crisis. Sorry, just checking shit. All right, welcome back, Mad. My bad. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Firstly, what is everyone up to? And secondly, locals for Guilty Gear. There's not even there's not. Yeah, what's up? A bull, preferably. Thank you. There's like no FGC presence here anymore. You'd have to go to one of the college towns to even find like Smash and Mortal Kombat players, let alone like Tekken and Guilty Gear. The college I went through had like a very minor esports program, and the only games they played were League of Legends, Overwatch, CS, so like the big three at the time. And then for fighting games, they only had Smash Brothers and Mortal Kombat 1 at the or Mortal Kombat X. I'm sure they have 1 or 11 now or whatever, but X was the game that was out. And so the options for the FGC is already so slim after like this there was like this legendary card shop that used to exist in my hometown or in like near my hometown, like just like absolutely legendary. Best card shop you'd ever go to. You could heckle the owner and his employees for better prices. Like the shit was barely a shop. It was more or less just a super hangout for giga nerds like us. And they played like every fighting game under the sun for tournaments that like were some of those were even like licensed like for points like had the like like okay, I don't know how many people here play Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh, but like you can go to competition, play, win points for the season at the end of the year. Get enough points, you get like to go to invite or whatever. They had point based events for both Smash and Mortal Kombat. I don't know about the other games; those are the only two that I was ever interested in at the time. But they did play them all, which was super frustrating. The store ended up closing because the owner was like, "Yeah, I've had my fun with this. If no one's gonna buy my store from me, I'm just gonna like close it or whatever." And we kind of have something similar now, but they're very much still in the realm of like we only do card games, we only do tabletop. They haven't like dabbled in video games at all, and I don't even know if they will. I kind of hope they do because I would love to see like the tournament gaming community come back to the area. But I pretty much have to drive 45 minutes in one direction to get to like a town big enough that probably does some sort of locals, if you will. And it is what it is. It's you know, and it's not like I'm going to like go back to college again just to play with people. Like I can just play online. I'm gonna go back to uni for literally the only reason of to play Overwatch. Like, yeah, it's not happening. But I don't know. It used to be so cool. You get done with school for the day and you were excited to go to this card shop and hang out with the homies and play some Smash Brothers and you know, just doesn't exist anymore. And that's okay though. That is okay. I'll like I said, I'll find a way to like channel my inner competitive spirit for Guilty Gear one day. Not a big deal. In the meantime, we're gonna sit here and keep looking at these red monkeys and hope that they turn into a pink monkey. Nope, not the one. Just channel it. Duh. Just channel it. Yeah, just channel it. Just manifest it. Easy. If I just think hard enough, it'll happen. Don't you know? Shiny hunting's 50-50. You get it or you don't. It's as shrimple as that. I'm kind of curious, like, if I'm assuming that, like, let's just say I get the shiny Daramaka on the water tile, the rival will have the grass starter. But like, I don't know how, like, I can't be certain on that it's like coded that way. Because what if I pick Daramaka no matter what, and he always picks the water? He always picks the water starter, or has the water starter, I should say. That would be cringe. Because it doesn't say, do you want the grass type Darumaka? It's literally fire type for all three. So I'm curious if Gen 5 has some like differing code. Because I know in like Gen 3 when you randomize, like if you randomize only your Pokemon. Thank you. No, you're good. I apologize that it took so long. Smells good. I'm sure it will be. I just got my chicken pasta. But like it'll be like, oh, do you want to take the grass type? And then you'll have the option to get like Mewtwo, and then for Gen 5 randomize, it does actually detect the Pokemon's type itself. Okay, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Just based on the dialogue hint, source me. Okay, well, I thought maybe you had like a test for this, but maybe you do. Like the text actually adjusts to your starter. It says fire type Darumaka no matter what. Whereas in like Gen 3, it'll be like, do you want the water type Raichu? And it's like, not a water type, but yeah, I do want the Raichu. Hold on while I can consume or attempt to consume here.
They're cold now because it was going to take less time, but
Mm-hmm. It is good, by the way.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I used the Alfredo on the extra pasta noodles. There's no Alfredo in that, so I'm just.
That's good. Thank you. Okay. I've done Gen 5 randomized it too before, but like I randomized everything, so my rival had randomized their shit too. That's why I didn't know. Sorry, I'm munching. Yeah, I usually just go balls to the walls with it, Steve, in my experience. Oh, that was sucked. Could you imagine? I'd be pissed. Dude, I would have been devastated for you, man. That would have been awful. I can only imagine. Not that I don't trust moving companies, but it's a fear like that like stops me from like wanting to use one when I move, inevitably. Hydrate. Wieners, how you doing, homie?
It's the hammer! He's real!
Oh, the fuck just happened? Oops. Wieners, I don't think you understand.
Good smell, flavor.
Yes, good smell and good flavor.
Put the piss stone down right now. You know what piss rock does to your
Blinas.
I like what it does to my.
Hold on, Wieners. I don't think you understand. Thank you for the luck, though. How you doing, homie? How you doing, handsome? Solar, how you doing, cutie? The moving guy made a joke here or there that could have been sus looking back, but we're good now. Well, that's good. Wiener, I want you to know that I've got quite the selection on my hands. I've got Darumaka, or Darumaka. Take your pick. Oh my god. I'm so fucking tired. I'm sorry, cutie. Is there any way I can help you? Any way I can make you less tired? Yeah, this was courtesy of Mr. John J. W. We have to play the entire game with just a shiny Darumaka. Yeah, I hope I get Darumaka too, man. What starter are you hoping for? Wieners, are you hunting for? Oh man. Back to desk shopping, let's go. Do you have a desk in mind, Steve, or a desk style? Anything you say. Anything you say. I don't know if it will. I think it'll just have hustle. The starter part was my idea. Yes. Originally, it was going to be just get a starter and immediately hunt Darumaka as soon as possible. And then Steve reminded me of the lovely ability that is manipulating game file codes. So we randomized it to be all Darumakas for our starters. Hoping for Tepig. I see you. I'm an Oshawott gamer myself. Longtime Oshawott fan, but I can get behind the Tepig, especially since Emboar Shiny is so good. Uh-oh. What would that be, Solar? I love cheating video games. Take care of yourself. I try sometimes. That pickle soda was not doing me any favors, though. I'll be real. Gonna grab a giant L desk, trying to upgrade from a tiny desk I had in college family. I had the idea of an L desk, but then like I couldn't like. I was like, what am I even gonna do with all of this? Torn between two models right now. Oh, you could send them my way. I'll tell you what. I'll give you my honest opinion. Mostly because I'm more shiny, but you also enjoy Tepig guy. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely, Wieners. How you been otherwise, Wieners? Besides the hunting, how's life been treating you? Anyone asking you about your wiener recently? You take care of yourself first, Solar, then I'll take care of myself. How's that sound? So I thought. I'm certainly trying. Good. Plan on one side having all the PC stuff and the other being the station for my many DS systems I'll be hunting on. Yeah, in hindsight I should have gotten a bigger desk than what I have, but I do like this desk. I do. Life's been good. Just been in a couple annoying bad sleep cycle for a couple weeks, but it's okay. I'm fine. Hell yeah, I can understand that, dude. Sleep is hard for me to come by. Not that I need it ever. I'm pretty okay with 6 hours, but I've had an unrelenting work cycle where like they just keep giving me work, which is good because it makes my day go by fast. But I'm kind of wondering where they're pulling it out of their ass. You know, had good therapy today. Hell yeah, Solar. That's good to hear. So yeah, it's just been work and work and work and work. Just been grinding, man. Steve says they guess the work laptop can go there as well. Oh, I suppose. Because I wish I could work from home, man. Moving soon to a bigger place, so I guess I'm gonna be sleeping better when that's over. I'm sure it's like probably really stressful. I would love to go to a bigger space, but at this point, if I'm not buying a house, I'm just gonna stay here. Sounds good, Steve. Sounds good. I'll take a look. I'll take a look-sees. And the two you're looking at, hell yeah. You're gonna send me like some refrigerator boxes. Gonna be like the desk you're working with currently. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, Steve. It's like there's really no point for me to like relocate at this point with as much shit that's here, unless if it's to a permanent residence, like a permanent residence. Fucking A, man. Anyways, I can never stay for long. Have a great stream and the rest of your night. You too, wieners. Guys, we get some 07s, some Taco homies, and some cozies, some good nights, some kiss homies, perhaps, for Mr. Wieners underscore. No underscore, sorry. Wieners64. Wieners, don't let the 64 bed bugs bite, alright? Only I can do that. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm fucking saying. Thank you, Steve. Is this what you're working with now? Hold on. Oh, that is awfully tiny. Yeah. That's like good for like a home office situation, work from home, but for streaming, there is no way. They've been staying away thanks to your blessing. Hell yeah. That's what we be trying to scare away scare away all the bugs. Nah, I can't say that, never mind. Yeah, I've seen this one before too. This is quite the desk too, and I know that like they kind of advertise it to be like you can do two. It's pretty much your current desk with a little L-shape extension, which is nice. But you can like super modular it with two of them. My only concern is like how much leg room is down there. Let me check the other one here. And then this one is definitely like more stylish, but it looks generally small. Oh no, this is 60 by 60. 66 by 60. I think I like the second model more. It looks like there's just generally more legroom on the second model with that little drawer extension too is really nice. It's nice and modular. But I suppose like you should just go with your gut. You know what I'm saying? I gotta sneeze. Yeah, the current desk looks rough, at least for trying to like do things like streaming, I would say. All right, John, please be shiny, please. Thank you for the bless. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay, I thought I was going insane there for a second, but I was not. Damn it. Looking over the two this evening, I'm going to decide I wanted to come home and measure things before I bought one at work earlier. Yeah, that makes sense. The shelf that's like next to me, and you guys have seen a picture of it, but I gotta take more pictures of it when it's all set up and stuff because it'll be pretty. I kind of took a shot in the dark, and it clears the door by like several inches only. So I kind of got lucky. I almost shot myself in the foot with it. It was almost too wide. But I finished my Mario and Yoshi like Super Mario World Lego set. Now that's on top of the shelf. I just gotta finish the question block. And I'll have that like the one shelf like completed, and then I gotta do Deku Tree and put it on the other shelf. Rearrange some of the Sailor Moon stuff. There's a lot of work that needs to go on the shelf. I've got a bunch of Gundam I have to build. I almost bought a Witch from Mercury mech, the Gundam Ariel mech kit today, but it was 1 in 144, and I really want a 1 in 60, or not 1 in 60, 1 in 100. But it looks like the 1 in 100 Witch from Mercury kit is sold out, which is a super shame. Current desk has a clearance of literally like 0.1 in for my PC in that little slot. That's insane. Yeah, this desk I have had like it advertised a little PC slot, which is nice and stuff, but like I don't trust aeration enough. Like, oh, am I gonna have enough airflow in my PC? And I was just like, nah, I ain't gonna risk it. Plus, I'll run the risk of kicking it, so like, we're just not gonna fuck around and find out with that, huh? So it sits on my desk. I would wall mount it, but I don't have like any sort of like the brackets or any means to do that in the first place right now. Mine had a bunch of metal grating above it, so I wasn't too worried. There's no, that's the thing is like, I know there's airflow when I'm looking at it, like I'm looking under the desk and going, yeah, there's a lot of clearance there. It's just like, I'm stupid, like my brain works stupidly, so like I go, oh, that's not that much airflow compared to it just like being out in the open on my desk, you know? It's like a personal nitpick, I guess, is the best way to put it. Would it be fine down there? Absolutely. Am I going to put it down there? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah. It makes as much sense as it needs to, I suppose, right? And the desk is Secret Labs, so like there's probably like a statement of confidence to be made in knowing that they probably know exactly what they're doing because they've been making gaming peripherals forever. But you never know. Also going to be a nutcase, and I'm upgrading to 4 monitors. I mean, I want a 3rd monitor, so I can't blame you. I really want a 3rd monitor. I'd go for 4 if I had a reason for 4, but like I'll have OBS on one by itself, and then my 2 social like Edge and like Discord up on another, and then my gaming up on the 3rd. Like I don't know what I'd need. I don't know what I'd need a 4th for personally. Well, yeah, I'd be splitting my 3rd monitor for sure because it'd be gaming, and then it would be split Discord, Twitch, and Spotify, and then it would be OBS. So I guess by that metric, I could make an argument, a solid argument for a 4th one, but I'd rather not. I'm alive. Did not forget about you guys. Thank goodness, Brooke. We've missed you. How are you? I'm glad you're alive. Hopefully, no irreparable damage has been done to your home in the wake of the hurricane. I don't know if it necessarily hit you guys completely, but I'm sure you guys got some nice wind and rain, no doubt. Technically, also have an argument for 5, but we're not going to do that. We got nothing. That's good. That's good. I'm glad you're thriving. Hopefully, life in your classes haven't been kicking your butt. I saw you in Beatles earlier with your math class. How are you? How are you? How's your Halloween decorations going? Yeah, so that's the thing, Steve, is I could make solid arguments to why I would need 5. Why is that? Because I literally have 5 programs open as we speak, but I don't need a whole monitor for a couple of them. I can barely make an argument for 4. I don't mind splitting my 3rd. I don't mind because right now it's gaming, and then I have my 2nd monitor split 4 times. The maths made me miss a stream. Yeah, it was a shorter Beatles stream. It was still very much a vibe, and it was very nice to see him shiny hunting. I do hope that he can, like after the hurricane all clears up and everyone's all good and stuff and whatnot, he can get back to regular because I'd be missing the Beatle lurks. I'm playing certain games that benefit from having 4 programs on full screen, then music's still needed as well. Yeah. It's only 1 of 2 games at the moment. When I play Guilty Gear, it's nice to have Dust Loop up, and when I play spreadsheet games, it's nice to have calculators up, and Pokemon. I've been busy, and I'm not used to that. Well, that's good. I hope that's good. I hope it's been like a good busy. You know what I mean? I hope I hope that even if it's stressful, it's not like an anxiety busy. At least I'm hoping for you, homie. Like I said, we've missed you. Welcome back. I mean, it's basically Zelda random. Oh yeah, and the trackers. True. What do you need the wiki up for? Are you a fake fan that doesn't know how to play the game? But the trackers do. The trackers just lay over all of my shit. I somehow make it look good on stream. I'm sure like you've seen when we do Zooter, the Zooter layout looks nice. But when I tell you on the non-visible screen, there's just like item trackers like splattered all over my monitor. I mean that. Oh, BG3, yeah. That's like me using Dustloop, yeah. It's good like to have a routine instead of immediately going to sleep after the kids go to school. That is extremely real. Well, I'm glad it's been nice. Like I said, I do hope everything's been well for the most part, and that we're happy to have you back. At least for this moment. Could you imagine, like, Steve specifically, could you imagine trying to tell yourself you're going to speedrun a Zelda game and you don't know the game front to back? Like, you have Zelda Dungeon up while also the speedrun guide up while also trying to play it? Like, not saying that people can't do that, but I'm saying, like, if you're trying to, like, actually clock in a run, just have math practice tests to finish and it'll be all set to take the actual test. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I love watching blind speedruns, but, like, that's not what I'm describing is not blind. What I'm describing is like just inexperience. Holy shit.
Imagine a whole year of a single old man ruining your stream with dad jokes.
12 months, dude. It's not even our stream anniversary for like exactly a month. Like our stream anniversary is like exactly a month away. It's like November 14th is what it says on my Twitch dashboard. Thank you for the 12 months. Holy crap. Absolute fucking legend. You finish everything fast? Hell yeah, Brooke. I knew you could. You're a tough cookie. You're a smart cookie. I'm somewhat of a nerd myself, too. 12 months is insane. Thank you, Ignom. Holy crap. You're a real one for that. You see that, lads? Take notes. Choose a Pokemon. You're not ruining my stream. You're enhancing it. You saw the first Zora at Zora's Domain, and he said, "Is that a flamingo?" And I lost it. Is that the Kaz referring to when Pale saw a Zora for the first time? I wanted to get out there fast as possible. Don't want to be stuck with a bunch of teens. True. True. Being stuck with teens is awful. They're so cringy, just like me. This is something I talked about with Oshi lightly on his stream today. The first step to becoming not cringe is realizing you were cringe in the first place and just accepting it. The minute you don't give a fuck and you throw your humility out the window, the immensely better and more naive you can live life. And I don't mean naive in an unintelligent way. I mean, like, do I care what someone's saying about my clips? No. I don't give a fuck. I say the things on the internet because I say them, not because, you know, I like, no regrets, essentially. Apologies for my absence. I have to help the kiddo paint. No, you're good, man. You're helping the kiddo. You're W dad moment. One side is Mario and the other is not finished yet. Goomba. Hell yeah. Probably for a school contest. You guys are going to win. It's going to be so easy. First prize, baby. Don't cringe at your past self. You made no progress, yeah. You can cringe at your past self from like a day ago, too. I'll sometimes watch a clip back and go, man, that's kind of cringy, huh? And then I'll give myself a high five, like, fucking perfect. It's exactly what we're looking for. Made an Eevee pumpkin for his kindergarten one and he won first place. You guys got this in the bag then. Surely Mario and Goomba. Surely your finest Italian and big mushroom creature. Those random 3am cringe flashbacks. Dude, real. Oh man, I can't believe I said that sophomore year. What the fuck was I thinking? No, I stay pretty grounded with the Ginster around. I haven't had a dies of cringe moment for myself since I was like a junior, so that's pretty good. That's how you know I've thrown away all humility. I have abandoned dignity. It's all downhill for me. Oh god. Now there are definitely things that I'm like, yeah, you're not gonna catch me saying Skibbity Ohio Riz unironically, but Skibbity Ohio Riz. It's funny too because I was talking to Lee about this. God bless Lee's soul. Hopefully he's doing good today. Yeah, I know he had to work. I'm thinking, I'm like, man, Skibbity Toilet's stupid as fuck, right? And I'm like, oh, I mean, Shrek is Love wasn't that bad. And then it's like, okay, what about Annoying Orange? Or what about, and then like I just keep stacking on the brain rot we had, and I'm like, you know what? At least they've kept their brain rot to one fucking concept. At least their brain rot has been Skibbity Toilet and will be. Where like our